Hey there, everybody. Welcome into this edition of Extra Time. Haven't had one of those in a minute. Alejandro Moreno, Sebastian Salazar with you, joining us from elsewhere. Stuart Robson, Mario Melchiot, and, of course, Frank Leboeuf on a fantastic day. Fantastic day of football for the neutrals. Yeah, Ale?
Absolutely. It was a crazy day. But for those of us that have no rooting interest going on, it's enjoyable as can be.
Real Madrid and Villarreal, then through to the last four of the Champions League. We got your questions to address as well. This from Gab's Box of Shame.
Oh.
That's the Twitter account.
That's a big box.
Yes. Did VAR save Real Madrid after the Alonso handball was disallowed and gave them a second chance to win the game? We were watching this live. I thought they shouldn't have disallowed it.
Well, does that mean that you don't want to follow the current set of laws of the game? I understand your feeling, and I understand the frustration of Chelsea fans, but here's the thing. He uses his hand to benefit his position, which then allows him to step into the shot and score the goal. We may not like it. We may not see it the same way. We may have divergent opinions on this, but these are the laws that we're playing under currently.
I wonder if this is one of those decisions where it depends which color uniform you're wearing.
Absolutely.
Let's bring in our Chelsea contingent here then. Frank, what do you think? Should the Alonso goal have stood?
No, I think I agree with Ali. It's handball, and the law said that offensively, as long as the ball touches the handball, it's a foul and is normally disallowed. So I have nothing to say about that. In our days, it would have been a goal, and nobody would have complained about that. But it's only fair from the referee to disallow the goal.
Mario, you agree with Frank?
Yeah, I mean, look, what Ali already highlighted. I mean, look, I've never been a fan of those new rules, but okay, they are in place, so I can sidestep it. But if I go for it, yeah, of course, Frank said it. You know, in our days, definitely, when we were playing together, Frank, hey, if you touch it with your hand, I'm celebrating as loud as I can.
For Frank and Mario, as Chelsea loyalists, which of these players have been the biggest bust in Chelsea history?
Ooh, here we go.
Ooh, some names here. Okay, Lukaku. Shevchenko, Kezman, we're going way back, or Sean Wright-Phillips. Which of those four is the biggest bust in Chelsea history? Frank?
Ooh. I'm looking for the name of the striker who signed from Blackburn and stayed only a year, and he signed for 15 million. He played with us. Maybe Mario remember, and he went to Celtic after.
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Chris Sutton.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chris Sutton.
That's... Yeah, Chris Sutton is definitely for me the one first in the list.
Okay. All right. So, Frank, then rewriting the question as he is.
Those were not the options given, but all right. Hey, Chris Sutton, shout out.
Mario, let's see if you can follow directions any better than Frank. Of those four names, who's the biggest bust in Chelsea history?
I would go for Kezman. Why? Because I'm from Holland, and he did so well at PSV. When he came to England, it just wouldn't work for him. And I was surprised because he was literally one of the best strikers in our country, but in England, it was just not working for him.
What does Stewie think? I want to hear Stewie.
Robbo, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Kezman as well, because I'd heard great things about him, and whenever I saw him play, he didn't affect the game. He looked off the pace and didn't really do much for Chelsea, so I would go with Kezman. But you should have put Fernando Torres in that list as well.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, we'll have a word with Lord Rhino. Who submitted that question. Our next question comes from Natum's interior decorator.
Oh, okay. Very bland. Very bland. Monochromatic.
Is Unai Emery a top 5 club manager in world football right now? What say you, Robbo?
Well, he's done so well in Europe over the years. He's not doing particularly well with Villarreal in the La Liga. They're not playing well. They're halfway down the table. But in Europe, he's an outstanding manager. He seems to get the best out of his team. He's a good tactician. They play some good football as well. They know how to keep the ball. With better players, you'd expect him to be a better manager, but it didn't quite work for him at Arsenal.
Next question from Gilbert. For the boys, in honor of Villarreal's bravery against Bayern, was there ever a smaller team against which you played that completely shocked and surprised you with their performance? Frank, I'll start with you here.
Club-wise, many of them, and it will be hard to only name some, because sometimes, you think you're going to win and you easily win, especially in domestic cups. But let's say internationally, we played against Senegal the first game of the World Cup, and they have been completely outstanding. And as much as we respected them, they were very good, and they deserved to win and to beat them. So it was a shock for us, it was a shock for France. That's what we love about football. And sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you.
Mario, you got a team that you thought you should beat and couldn't?
Oh man, listen, I got to call my team. I was at Wigan one time and we needed to win against Arsenal. And Wigan and Arsenal, if you already the picture, you got it. And we played that game. And I remember Zambia scoring a crucial goal for us, and it kept us in the league. I swear to God, playing football games, but beating one of the big boys, that feeling, I have to go for that. So that's why I picked Wigan for that one.
There you go. All right. For all, which area does Manchester United need to strengthen the most before the start of next season, apart from the manager for sure? Robbo, this seems like one for you. Which line would you strengthen first for United?
I think you've got to look at the front line. They need more firepower up front. They've got players that are off their game at the moment. We obviously know about Marcus Rashford not doing well enough. We don't know about whether Ronaldo's going to stay or not, but is he going to be the answer to Manchester United's problems next year? Probably not. We know they've got problems in other areas. Elanga looks as though he could be a decent player, but they need a top-class centre-forward, I think, just to complement Ronaldo if he stays there, and complement the other players that can pass him the ball, like Fernandes.
You agree? First need for United?
First need for me has nothing to do with what happens on the field. Club culture. Regaining the club culture of Manchester United and understanding that the focus of the team and the organization should be then the team on the field. You evaluate what you need, you evaluate what you need to go get, make the correct decisions, and then after that, then you'll have the continuity of success that will allow you to then make better decisions as you go forward. But the first thing, club culture, which they don't seem to have at this point.
Frank, where would you help United?
We had that discussion yesterday, and we are trying to find where to start from, because it seems to be a big mess. And I think I will. I don't know if I can consider one line, the people working in the office, because those people have to get out, and you have to change all of those people. And after, I would go for the defensive side. Maybe the only one I will keep will be Luke Shaw. But otherwise, I will get rid of the Lindelof, Maguire, and even one Bissaka and Telles maybe as well. I don't know. I will change the defensive line.
Similar theme then for our final question here on Extra Time. Mario, who do you think will be the first signing of the Ten Hag era as United manager next season?
First of all, the way he plays, he needs to make sure that, Ali already jumped on the culture and the way he wants to play. The way he plays football is very attacking-wise. So everybody has to understand what he wants. So I think he needs to go for a midfielder that understands that can balance the team out. I know they have, enough midfielders in that team, but are they really capable to understand what he wants to play? He likes to play forward. They physically, they have to be fitter, all of them. I think if they want to keep up with a certain degree of trying to play like Ten Hag wants to play, they definitely have to set up. So I will pick a midfielder who, I don't know yet, but I definitely will, the one that be in charge and control the game. Remember what Roy Keane did a lot for them.
If you're a Manchester United fan or Manchester United player or anything involved with Manchester United, you watch Liverpool against Manchester City this past weekend, and it gives you a real contrast as to what the top of the table looks like and where you are. And the difference, it is not measurable. The difference is beyond what we can see on the field. The evidence in terms of what Liverpool and Manchester City look like and the evidence that we have seen from Manchester United, again, they're not in the same category. They're not even in the same world right now.
Mario did say midfielder, right?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody from Ajax, maybe an Edson Alvarez. Look at that.
Did you just make a connection to the Mexican national team?
You know it.
Do you want to promote Football Americas as well while we're at it? Or?
Well, if that move were to happen, I'm sure it would be discussed. Yes, Frank, you want to tell me why Edson should go to United?
Yes. Yeah, no, the thing is, I think the most difficult things for Manchester fans will be to accept the fact that most top players who don't want to come to Manchester United nowadays, like it happens to Arsenal, because you know that you won't fight for something good, that you will have to replace. If let's say Mbappe wants to come to Manchester United, he will say, okay, I'll come if we have this, and that. And Manchester United will say, no, we can't do that because we have to keep the players who are under contract. So it's going to be a big mess. Most top players won't want to come, and that's going to be difficult to accept from a fan zone who used to see many fantastic players playing for the red shirt.
All right, gentlemen, we will leave the discussion there for now here on Extra Time. We will be back on tomorrow's edition of ESPN FC. Plenty more Champions League to cover. Of course, Atletico Madrid against Manchester City and Liverpool Benfica. We will be across all of it on tomorrow's edition of the show. Don't miss us.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.